What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Saturday, December 14th, and we are here to talk about Saturday night's main event. So, this is a show that, we haven't had in quite some time, since 2008. And I think for the most part, my initial thoughts on what this show was going to be is I thought like, oh, this show is probably going to be kind of just like a fulfiller of a show, just something that we can have for the month of December, right? I really thought the show was going to be a simple nothing kind of a show, right? But then here's the thing. They announced all of these matches and I thought, damn, Saturday night's main event is going to be much bigger than I had originally anticipated when they first made the announcement based on the matches that were announced. Now, I feel so silly because I came into today's show thinking I had kind of forgotten that this was an NBC program. And in my head, this was a PLE. In my head, we were going to sit here and get 3 hours. In my head, we weren't going to get the commercials. I just completely forgot about that whole portion of it. In my mind, I was sort of thinking just the way that all of our PLEs are, just because I just wasn't thinking properly, to be honest. And so we came into this, and this show was very, very predictable. Everything that you thought was going to happen happened. And by that, I mean the basic predictions, right? None of the whole is The Rock showing up? That didn't happen. Or hey, is Randy Orton coming in? That didn't happen. Oh, hey, is Liv going to drop the belt to IYO? No, that didn't happen either. This was a very predictable show, which honestly, everybody that we were expecting won. There weren't any really major big surprises. But with all of that being said, guys, this was an easy breezy 2 hour show, and I thought that all of the matches though were very entertaining. Again, they didn't go and give all of these matches a lot of time. They all felt relatively short because, mind you, they did their traditional 5 matches that they normally do for PLEs, but they did it in a 2 hour format with a shit ton of commercials. So if you watch this live, you saw a bunch of commercials during this. And so that was basically what we got, like an overall arching predictable show. However, the way that we did close out was giving us a clearer indication of what a lot of people were sort of predicting for a while now, and that is that we may be seeing a heel Cody Rhodes. We may be on the horizon of that based off what we saw here today. So I'm going to kick things off with that because truthfully, that was possibly the biggest newsworthy thing that we got here on the show. The fact that Cody Rhodes may actually be turning heel. So here's what happened. In the main event for the undisputed WWE championship, we got a fine match here between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Fine match. But the big moment here was that there was two ref bumps in this match, two of them. One of which basically led to Kevin Owens getting a visual pin on Cody Rhodes, the full-on enchilada. He got him with the 3 counts. However, because the referee was out, he didn't see it. And so right away, you know that Kevin Owens, who has been really angry with WWE, he's been talking about how they treat Cody Rhodes like their golden boy. And he's been very, very upset with the corporate entity that is WWE, right? Well, the second I saw that he got the visual pin, I thought, damn, Kevin Owens now has a reason to legitimately be pissed. The fact that he got the win, but there wasn't a referee out there. There wasn't anybody that got there out there fast enough to count the 1, 2, 3. That is exactly how Kevin Owens is gonna see it, and that is exactly what I was thinking at this moment. But then it continues to progressively get worse for Kevin Owens. We see another ref bump afterwards, so 2 of them, and we end up seeing Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads, excuse me, on Kevin Owens onto a chair. That is right, guys. Our baby face Cody Rhodes won this match in a heelish fashion by hitting the crossroads on KO onto the chair. So now Kevin Owens has two things to be pissed about: the fact that there wasn't a referee out there fast enough, and the fact that Cody Rhodes used that chair to basically knock him out and get that victory there. So those are really that's the biggest thing that came out of this show. And honestly, I'm kind of feeling, and this may be a little bit off topic, but I'm kind of feeling like my scenario of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania is starting to feel a little bit more likely, especially if we get a full blown Cody Rhodes heel turn. I'm starting to think that this actually can happen. Heel Cody Rhodes versus the babyface John Cena at WrestleMania. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to see things my way, but this makes me feel like that could actually be a possibility, because that's kind of what I was feeling already. But now with this happening, I do think that Cody is turning heel, by the way. I mean, we just saw what he did. So that was really the most shocking thing. And now Kevin Owens has a reason to be mad. And now I'm even more pro Kevin Owens than I was before. But let's go ahead and get into some of these super chats here. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says Cody versus Owens 3 on Netflix. So right when he got the visual pin, that's when I thought, all right, they're gonna run this match back again. Like, it's going to happen again. Um, but damn, if they run it back again, I think Cody Rhodes is going to win again. I don't see Cody Rhodes losing this, not even in match 3. I don't see that happening. Could they run it back again at Netflix? Yes, they can. So far, we only have one match, and that is Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa tribal combat match. And then the assumption is maybe, just maybe, we might be getting Seth Rollins, CM Punk. That hasn't been made official though, so don't take my word for it. I don't know if that's going to happen for sure, but that's sort of what the the theory is, that that match will happen there, and then possibly we could see Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes again. I don't know for sure. We could also be getting Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. We'll talk more about that in a second. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says, I think they should have had a title change to get people intrigued for future Saturday night's main event shows. So, yes, this isn't the only one that they're doing. The next one that they announced is taking place in late January, and that is happening in San Antonio, Texas. Even though I will be here watching, because, no matter what, I'm going to be here. But for those that don't have to watch, I don't know how many people are going to give up their Saturdays to watch the show, given that it was a pretty predictable show. Of course, it'll depend where we're at by then. Keep in mind, we'll be on the precipice of the Royal Rumble, so things are a little bit more exciting during that time period, of course. But I don't know that this is necessarily a must-watch show, right? And again, that was what I had originally predicted. But when I saw the card, I thought things might change, but then they kind of didn't. So, but I can't complain, guys. I liked all of the matches that we saw today. Like, I legitimately can't complain. We got a nice little 2-hour block of some good wrestling. I can't complain whenever we got some good matches, but that's what it was. Good matches and not really anything major in terms of stories. But again, the major part was Cody, showing shades that he's going to turn heel. So there you go. But you could probably watch that like on a Twitter clip or on YouTube highlights. This is the show that I think you watch on YouTube highlights. We got John Taylor here who says, hi, I'm one of your co-hosts tonight. I tuned in for the commercials and kept getting interrupted by a few minutes of wrestling. Yeah, the commercials were the star tonight. They were the reason why you tuned into Saturday night's main event. We got Tracy WB88 here, who's been a member of the DWO now for 11 months. It says KO gave a package pile driver to Cody Rhodes afterwards. What? Once the actual show went off the air, did I exit off the Peacock too early? No. Someone let me know here if I closed off because the last thing I saw was Cody Rhodes holding his championship bout, and they were like, oh, this is it for the Peacock. And then I pressed exit and I started the show. Oh my God. So I missed that portion of it. Whoop-de-doo. All right. Oh no, everyone's saying it happened off air. It wasn't televised. Okay, good. I was sort of worried there for a second that I had exited the Peacock way too early. So, okay, KO gave a package pile driver to Cody Rhodes afterwards. Yeah, this is definitely continuing. We got multiple reasons now to believe that. So, yeah, maybe going back now to what Stephen Marchuli had mentioned about that happening on Netflix. I feel a lot more confidently thinking that that is going to happen on Netflix now after what Tracy mentioned. Tracy, thank you so much for letting me know that this happened off air. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says KO dropped Cody with a package pile driver after Saturday night's main event went off the air. I love how everybody just knows this. Like everybody was on social media and was ready for this. This is what happens when you're streaming and you're on YouTube and you're not on Twitter. You miss out on stuff. Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you, Tracy. We got John Taylor here who says pros of the show: Jesse the Body Ventura, Rip Damian the Snake, Chelsea Green, red, white, blue ropes, a Denise watch along. Cons: commercials, predictability, no surprises. Yeah, pretty much, John. You are the co-host for today. You summarized the pros and cons very nicely. We got Chinadu. Hey, Chinadu's in the house. Chinadu Ogu, who is my Tuesday night NXT co-host, says nothing to say, just wanted to show some love. Chinadu, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you as always. Go change some diapers, bro. Get caught up on your diapers so that you don't use them as an excuse on Tuesday. We got Terrence Johnson here who says Kevin only has himself. He was the one who got the chair. True, you are right, but that doesn't mean Cody Rhodes had to use it though. Doesn't mean he had to use it. Again, that was a huge thing for him to do, was to use the chair. Cheesesteak, thank you, Terrence. We got Cheesesteak 59 who says, I'm so tired of Liv Rhea, and it looks like we're going to get another year of it. Well, let's go ahead and dive right into that. So we got Liv Morgan versus IYO SKY here today. And again, very predictable, but damn, this was actually my favorite match of the night. I thought that Liv and IYO had the best match. There was a moment where IYO hit Liv Morgan with a knee to the face and legitimately busted her open. Like she was gushing blood after that. And they even showed a replay of the hard hit to her face. But they were really, really aggressive with each other. IYO, of course, was hitting all her, we saw her bust a moonsault, bust a crossbody, Liv hitting her code breaker at one point. We do see IYO go to the top rope, but I think Liv got her legs up. So that kind of, didn't allow IYO to, get an advantage to win this match. So it just didn't happen for her. But I thought that this match was really good. I thought this was my favorite match that Liv Morgan has had throughout the year. Of course, her matches with Rhea Ripley were really good too, but that's because there was so much star power in there and you were so invested in the storylines. But I think match-wise, this may have been the best one. Of course, it wasn't long because they were sort of rushing these matches. But if this was a regular formatted PLE, had we had 5 more minutes with this IYO Liv Morgan match, dude, it would have been like really, really up there. But I liked this match a whole lot. It was the best one of the night. I was a fan of this. Now, once Liv did retain her title, we did see Rhea Ripley come out. And of course, it's Saturday night's main event. You got to get Rhea Ripley out there. So Rhea Ripley goes out there and has a quick little confrontation with Liv. So this is definitely going to continue. But we knew that it's not going to end until Rhea gets her title back. And, maybe we see Liv and Dominic Mysterio break up. Who knows? But Liv has had a very successful year this year. So we can't disregard that. I think Liv has been performing very, very well. We got Jared here says, Finn needs to start brothering. What is it? Brothering backstage. Finn needs to start brothering backstage. Hold on. Brothering backstage. Okay. What do you mean by that? Sorry, Jared. I don't think I necessarily get this one, but you can explain in the chat. We got John Taylor here who says, where do I send my invoice to? Hashtag best co-host ever. Thank you, John. We got Margie Love who says, I can't believe we got the first tease of Cody as a heel. Yeah, that was the biggest highlight of the night. Of course, besides what we're going to get to next. But when I say highlight, I should reword that actually to surprise, because the biggest highlight was, in my opinion, Chelsea Green winning that US title, which we'll get to in just a second. John Taylor here says, even if it wasn't the best match, my fave match was Chelsea Michin. Chelsea just has the it factor, plus her outfit was 10 out of 10. So let's get to this. Aside from like what Margie mentioned, which was Cody turning heel, or not turning heel, but showing the first signs of the fact that he's probably going to turn heel, the first signs. The biggest highlight was indeed Chelsea Green winning the United States Championship. Of course, predictable because we knew, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. We were rooting for Chelsea Green. It was either Chelsea Green wins or we riot. So even though it was predictable, it's fine because that's what we wanted. We wanted to see Chelsea Green win. The match itself, it wasn't perfect. They did keep it brief. There were some moments that just didn't necessarily work, technically speaking, but the reason Chelsea Green is over, it's her personality. Her personality, her character is very fun. She's funny as hell. She's so demanding. She's all about her. And then she made everybody like literally laugh when she came out in her all white gear, her tulle skirt, her one God, I don't know what you call it, like the one shorts and then the one side with the long pants, the long tights, excuse me. And but the whole white outfit, from her boots to her knee pads to the tulle to the hat, had little pictures of Chelsea Green all over her. And I just thought that is the most perfect Chelsea Green outfit that you can get. And what's funny is that, remember when we were watching War Games not too long ago, and Rhea Ripley came out with that really cool mask, and she had the horns and the really cool outfit with the jacket and everything. And I had said that that gear is going to become synonymous with Rhea Ripley because we're always going to associate it with War Games. We're always going to, like, that's the one that in 30 years from now, when you go to Fan Access and you're walking down memory lane, that's the gear that's going to be put up there for Rhea Ripley, right? Same thing for Chelsea Green. In my opinion, tonight's gear with all her little images and everything, that's the gear that 30 years from now, when we go to Fan Access, that's the gear that we're going to see and be like, oh, yeah, remember when Chelsea Green won the United States Championship for the very first time? And she wore that outfit. So moments like that, I think it's very important to have that kind of gear. And Chelsea Green 1000% understands that, 1000% gets that. And it was a very cool moment to see her win the United States Championship, be the first to win the Women's United States Championship. And it was cool because when you think back to a lot of what Chelsea Green has sort of been through in her career in WWE, if you guys remember when she was first with the company, she was hurt, she got hurt a lot. And just every time she came back, she would get hurt again. And it just kind of felt like it just wasn't working out for her. And then, she was gone from the company and she was on the indies, and she started to revamp her career. I got to see her at a couple of GCW shows that I was ring announcing. And that, by the way, is when I started to talk to Chelsea, because she is just so freaking nice, guys. Like, she is genuinely a nice person. And so I feel like her getting this opportunity was a mixture of her just working hard, not losing faith, going back out there to try to make this dream of hers happen. Like, Chelsea really, really went back out there and fought for this opportunity. So I'm really happy that she got her job back with WWE. I'm really happy that her character took off the way that it did. And I'm really happy that the powers that be at WWE are noticing that Chelsea put in the work, and they, gave her this iconic moment in her career. So this was really great. And then also want to give flowers to Michin, because Michin was also somebody that has worked incredibly hard. I had said this before, but 2024 was Michin's best year in WWE. She proved that she can go. She proved that she can deliver. When asked, when given a task, she can do it. And I think that Michin making it to the finals, even though she wasn't the fan favorite to win here, making it to the finals, I think went a very long way for Michin. And so I do hope that we continue to see her on TV and see her get matches and opportunities like this. And at some point, maybe she'll have a run as United States champion. And given the wrestler that she is, I can see that happening for Michin for sure. So thank you so much to John Taylor. We got Jay Hunch here, who says, showing some love for the queen of the DWO. You're the best. Jay, thank you so much for being a member now for 9 months. We got Mr. D in the house. He says, it's cool that Chelsea's first singles title is the same as Zack Ryder's. I didn't even think about that. even think about that at all. I don't even think I knew that. So, Mr. D, thank you so much for sharing this. I didn't know that. So, thank you for sharing this, honestly. And thank you for the super chat. We got John Taylor who says, fun fact, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona won his first U.S. championship also in December 18th, 2011. Okay, see, that's fucking cute. Honestly, that's pretty freaking cute. Like husband and wife being able to share that kind of an accomplishment. That's pretty awesome. John and Mr. D, thank you so much for both of you guys letting me know about this. All right, so let's continue on and get into everything else that went down. Everything else, honestly, there's not as much to get into, but Sami Zayn gets defeated in the opening match with Drew McIntyre. Good match, but I think this was the moment where we realized, like, oh, this is the show that it's gonna be because Drew won this like relatively quick. Good sprint of a match. They started off hot. Given the fact that Sami Zayn was incredibly pissed off at Drew McIntyre for for the attack, ruining his match against Seth Rollins, and just like all the shit that he's been doing, what he did to Jay Uso, who's also, Jimmy Uso, who's also a friend of Sami Zayn's, and it claymored him and his poor big toe. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about that. Jimmy's big toe. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but anyway, so I wonder if this is going to continue going. I almost don't think so. I thought the Drew Sami Zayn feud was going to go a little longer, but given the way that he won today and he won so cleanly and that was it, I almost feel like that's kind of a wrap for that right now. So we'll see where we kind of go with both Sami and with Drew from here on out. Alrighty, and I think we got one more match actually to talk about. Holy shit, I told you guys this was going to be the shortest review ever. We have Gunther defending his title against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This was another one where I know a couple of people in the live watch along were saying like, oh yeah, maybe, Damian Priest will win the title or maybe Finn Balor will win the title. And I was like, no. Damian Priest, been there, done that. Let's give it a minute before we go back to that again. And then as for Finn Balor's the character is just not there right now. It's just not, he's just, to me, he doesn't feel like a main event guy right now. Finn Balor used to feel that way, but he doesn't feel like that right now. I think he completely needs to break away from the Judgment Day. I think they need to end that and have him just get back some let's take him more seriously. Like I don't like Finn Balor almost being presented as a joke for such a long time, and all the corny promos and all of the corny skits with the Judgment Day. They need to get rid of that and make him feel cool again, sort of make him feel cool like Damian Priest. I felt like once Damian Priest broke away from the Judgment Day, we started to see him a lot differently, and he started to feel cool to us. Whereas before, when he was with the Judgment Day, he felt cool and all because he's Damian Priest, but in leaving the Judgment Day definitely served him a lot better, I would say. And so right now, I think that's what happened. That's what needs to happen with Finn Balor first before he wins the World Heavyweight Championship. And I had mentioned during the watch along too, like, dude's not even defending the tag team titles. Like, we want the tag team titles off of them. So yeah, I'm not on board right now. Right at this moment with this iteration of Finn Balor, I'm not on board with seeing him as World Heavyweight Champion. I still think that there's a lot of stuff that we can do with Gunther. They just got to go back to what they were doing with Gunther before. They got to go back to this menacing, terrifying monster of a man that will literally just wreak havoc on everybody. That is the presentation of Gunther that works. And I think they just need to go back to that because we've been seeing that sort of shift a little bit to the point where some people are kind of turning on Gunther based on the presentation that we have been seeing of him. So I hope they kind of fix that. And let's get back to a dominant Gunther, guys. That's it. We need to get back to that aura of Gunther where he is, the same aura that he had when he was Intercontinental Champion. So hopefully we get there because by the time that WrestleMania comes, I'm expecting for him to have a pretty big matchup. I would assume he would have a pretty big matchup. Plus, I'm also assuming that he's also going to be Goldberg's last match, and you can't have no weak ass Gunther in the last match for Goldberg. Like, we need a strong Gunther. We need our Gunther that we love to cheer for. So hopefully they get that all ironed out. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let me go ahead and get into these super chats and see what everybody's saying. Thank you so much to Hui Freeman, by the way, who just became a brand new DWO member. We got Dan Jackson here who says package pile driver coming to WWE is a great thing. You know, the last time we saw it was when KO hit it on Randy, who's still been gone since then. We haven't seen him come back yet. Anthony Giuliano says Jimmy Hart is the nicest person and never ages. No surprises tonight. I know he's looked the same age for literally ever. Good points. We got Crew Kid 52 who says, hey, Denise was at the show. Matches of the night was the triple threat and the main event, but the loudest pop of the night was Chelsea winning. See, this makes me happy. One, because I came out here and I said, oh, match of the night was Liv Morgan versus IYO. But then we have somebody that was at the show and was like, no, match of the night was a triple threat and the main event. That kind of goes to show that all of the matches were really, really good today. And yes, the loudest pop of the night and the biggest reaction and the biggest moment was Chelsea winning because, again, she's over. Crew Kid 52, thank you for hopping onto the stream. And I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself at the show. John Taylor here says, so on the Kevin Owens career retrospective on YouTube right now, KO speaks very highly of Finn Balor and reminds us of how peak Demon Finn was. He was freaking over, man. Like, Finn Balor used to be like so freaking cool. I miss that Finn Balor. Like, let's get back to that Finn Balor. If we can get there, then yes, that man will be world heavyweight champion, but we gotta get there first. We need to get rid of all the Judgment Day stench on him. Get rid of him, end his title reign with JD McDonough, send JD McDonough to the other roster, far away from Finn Balor, break up the Judgment Day, have Liv and Dom do their own stuff or whatever the hell they're going to do. I don't know. Just separate Finn and JD. That's it. That's all I've got. Separate them both and get the Judgment Day odor off of Finn Balor. And now D says free Finn Balor from this booking. I agree, man, because Finn Balor is an incredible freaking wrestler. And but it's been a while since we've seen that Finn. It's been a while, and I want to get there again. I really, really do. Nell D, thank you so much for that super chat. We got Anthony Giuliano who says, looks like we're getting Rhea versus Liv on Netflix. Did they announce it at all? Because that's what, that was pretty much what we expected based off of, I know a couple of people mentioned it here right now, but that's pretty much what we expected. Oh my God, shut up. Guys, look at this. I went to go check on WWE's website, but look at this. We just got a brand new Chelsea green t-shirt. All right, I got to retweet this. All right, hold on. I'm trying to check and see if WWE has announced anything officially in regards to Rhea and Liv on their Twitter account, but I don't think that they have yet. But that's what we're at least expecting based off what we've been seeing, because we know it has to happen. I think that if Rhea Ripley wins on Netflix, for example, she wins her title back on Netflix, I was just saying on my watch along how she is somebody that appeals to people, even if they're not wrestling fans. And so, yeah, you may have some eyeballs on that Netflix Raw debut with some people that don't watch wrestling. So if they see Rhea, hey, that might be a reason for some people to stick around and see what's up. I have a cousin who does not watch pro wrestling at all. And she asked me, she was like, hey, so what was Rhea like? And I told her, and she goes, oh, I think Rhea is so cute. And I'm like, yeah, you and literally everybody else who is obsessed with Rhea. We got John Taylor here who says, okay, Denise, can you remember the main event of the last Saturday night's main event or even what year? No, 2008. That's all I know. Don't remember the last main event. If you were to ask me, Denise, what was the main event 2 weeks ago on Raw? I'd be like, no fucking idea. I don't remember that. I have a terrible, terrible memory. Like, I remember in spurts, like little moments here and there. And then after a while, they just disperse into a black abyss. They just go away. I don't know where they go, but they just go away. And then I get new memories and then they go away. So yeah, Anthony Giuliano says they will announce it on Raw. Hopefully they do. We still have 3 Raws left before we get to the actual Netflix one. So they got time. Tracy says, Tracy WV88 says, KO and Triple H getting physical takes the winged eagle. Are they doing this on social media? Is this happening on Twitter? Like, where is everybody seeing this right now? Where are they putting this stuff out? Hold on, I'm trying to find what is happening here on social media. Why does this stuff got to happen while I'm on the show? Oh, we're seeing no, they're just posting Triple H is just posting pictures of himself and Mia Yim and then himself and Chelsea Green. That's all I'm seeing right now. All right, Tracy, thank you so much for sending this in. We got John Taylor here who says last Saturday night's main event was for July 28th, 2008 was Edge beating Jeff Hardy. What a different time, guys. Different times. Different freaking times, man. Isn't it so crazy how fast like these eras of pro wrestling go by? Like this is God, I remember I used to be such a big fan of the rated R superstar Edge. Like I was so into that. But I was also a Hardy Boys girl because I grew up on TLC matches. It's probably why I became a wrestling fan because I was a mark for all that stuff. Wild. We got John Taylor here who says your DWO co-hosts are doing our part to extend this review. Honestly, yeah, I thought this review was going to be like 10 minutes because there was only so much to say. It's not like we got so much that happened on this show. John, thank you so much for the super chat. I think that's it. Are we done? I think we got it all, everyone. Like I said, this was going to be our shortest review ever because only so much happened. But do not, there's just so much happening, guys. We're on the eve. We're a couple weeks away now from the January 6th Netflix premiere. I'm hoping to be there, so keep an eye out for some content. But most importantly, each and every single day, I am putting out new videos. I'm about to put the new one out, which is the Saturday night's main event review. But I'm putting out new videos each and every single day on this channel. Immediately after I'm done with this, I'm going to work on tomorrow's video. So check them out, give them some love. There's a big variety of shows. And then don't forget that each and every single Monday, not only am I doing watch alongs, but also immediately after I go into the post show at Santi. So we've done 2 weeks now, and we're obviously going to continue it. And it's been a lot of fun. And then I'm here throughout the week for NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and whatever shows there are. I believe that Reg and I are doing watch alongs for the rest of this month because of all the stuff going down with AEW's pretty big shows this entire month. We got Dan Jackson here who says, like when KO attacked Cody at Bad Blood fan footage. Oh, okay. So that's where people are seeing that. No wonder I'm like going through WWE's Twitter account. I'm like, I don't see nothing. So I'll probably have to see it once I actually get to my timeline. So yeah, I'll look for that stuff once I hop on Twitter. All right, I think that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys here. The next show is the Raw Watch Along this Monday, along with the post show. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.